I greet you all, my beloved ones. How are we today? May the Almighty, the Creator of the universe, bless us now and forevermore. Amen. My name is Ebere, or you call me Miracle. In this channel, we discuss about spirituality, how you can use your spirit world to control your physical world. We always know that spiritual control physical. That whatever that is happening to us in these physical planets have been taking place somewhere in the spiritual planet. And when you enter your world of spiritual, then you will be able to control your physical world. When things are going sour or when things are not going in a proper way, the way it's supposed to go in your physical world, the best solution you will have is to enter your spiritual world. When things are not going well in your physical world, the best way to solve it easier is to enter your spiritual world. The moment you enter your spiritual world, you begin to set things in the proper position. You begin to organize the things the enemy have disorganized. The moment you organize them spiritually, physically, everything will begin to take place in a proper shape. The question is, how am I going to enter my spiritual world to put things in order? Subscribe to this channel. Share it to your friends and family. In our next video, we are going to discuss on how you can enter your spiritual world to set things in order. Things that have spoiled, things that the enemies have destroyed in the physical world. That marriage the enemy have sour for you in this physical world. That poverty the enemy have bring to you in the physical world. We are going to discuss on how you will enter your spiritual world to put it in order. And the physical part of it will be okay. Subscribe to this channel. Today we are going to discuss a very important thing. Very important topic. Spiritual reason behind problems in many marriages. Many marriages are facing a lot of problems, different problems. Some are passing through a problem caused by a spiritual wife. Some are passing through the problem caused by a spiritual husband. Some are passing through not having children. Some are passing through not getting married at all. Some are passing through beating, domestic violence in their home. I want to let you know that spiritual problem can lead to domestic violence, because domestic violence is part of physical problem. And when you don't control it spiritually, for that domestic violence from your spouse, from your partner to stop, you have to control it spiritually. And you will see that the physical part of it, which is domestic violence, will stop. And you will be surprised. How come this man no longer abuse you? How come this man no longer does that or does this? How come this man does no longer go out for side chicks or concubines? All these problems are caused by spiritual spouse. Your husband having a side chick is caused by spiritual husband or spiritual wife. Your husband having those concubines. Your husband doing all sorts of things. That was not the agreement of your marriage in the beginning of the marriage. Some of those men are not like that until they get married to you. Then the question you will ask yourself is, why is he behaving like this now when he was not like that? Some of them, even when they are like that and you think you can change them, you cannot change them unless you enter your spiritual world. Then you can change them. Only spirituality can change the things of physical. Your physical world can never be changed, no matter how you try, no matter your effort. Your effort physical can only be 30 to 40%. And that problem will be more. Because spiritual control physical. If your physical effort is 30% and your spiritual effort is 0, You believe with me that 70% is now controlling the 30%. But when your spiritual effort is 70%, the 70% will supersede the 30% of the physical world. Now, when your problem in the physical world is 70% and your spiritual energy is 30%, the physical problem will supersede and disturb the physical problem, because the power, the energy of the spiritual world is greater than the energy of the physical world. So when any problem you are passing through in your physical world, and that problem is too much on you, if you want that problem to reduce its energy, the best way you have to tackle that problem is to enter your spiritual world. And you will see the energy of that problem will begin to fade up physically. Before you know it, it will melt. That's why our key point here is spiritual that control physical. What are we saying here? That problem of side chick is caused by many spiritual ways, that many spiritual movement that has been going on in your life or in your home. It might be your fault. It might be from your own side, but you might not know. What am I saying here? Some people will say, how can it be from their own side? How can it be their fault when they don't have side man as a side chick by their own side? That is only their husband that have a side chick that they don't have. My dear, if you have a side chick spiritual husband, your spiritual husband can give your man a side chick. Your spiritual husband can carry 30 concubines, 30 girlfriends and give your man. Your spiritual husband can make you barren. Your spiritual husband can make your husband impotent. Your spiritual husband can make your husband poor. Your spiritual husband can make your husband to be can cause domestic violence in your home. Your spiritual husband can cause many problems in your home. And when that problem is getting to 70%, you are trying all your best to control it 30%. The 70% will supersede the 30%. When that problem is up to 70% in the spirit world, the problem, the damage, the spiritual world, the spiritual spouse have caused to you, all your effort physical will be zero. Because they will make your husband not to even see all your effort. They will make your husband to be blind, not to notice that you love him. No matter how tears you cry about that, your tears can never make your spiritual husband run away from you. Your tears can never make your spiritual wife, men, your tears can never make your spiritual man to run away from you. This topic of spiritual spouse or spiritual problem that is leading to physical problem in many homes is both problem of men and women. If you are a man, spiritual world can bring many problems in many ways to you. Your spiritual wife can make you poor. Your spiritual wife gets angry when you are deeply engaged with a woman. They may allow you to have many girlfriends, but the moment you want to be serious about any girl, planning to get married, their anger will increase. They will begin to scatter everything you are doing. Sometimes you begin to accuse the girl of being a witch. Sometimes you begin to accuse your wife of being a witch wife. I want to tell you, physically it's not her fault. Spiritually it's going on. There is something going on in the spirit world. Your spiritual spouse your spiritual wife is angry as a man. Your spiritual wife can make you to be poor, and you will think the fault is from the woman, that your woman is a witch. Your spiritual wife, when you are a man, can cause a lot of damages in your home. Do you know that even your spiritual wife can make your wife to be prostituting up and down, even when you are a handsome man and you have everything it takes to be a good husband? Even when you are trying all your possible best to be good to your woman, your spiritual wife can make your wife not to see your goodness. Your spiritual wife can make your wife not to notice that you are around. Your spiritual wife can make your woman to be disrespecting you. And you will be surprised that this is a woman I know before who has never disrespected me. Why is it now that she begin to prostitute and begin to disrespect me? My brother, I want you to follow it spiritual so you can maintain that home. I want you to follow it spiritual so that that good woman you know before is still the good woman you are living with. But something have make it sour in the spirit world. That's why you have to enter your spiritual world in order to tackle the problem, and you enjoy that woman again. To the woman, do not run away when you see the man changing. Do not run away when you begin to see those domestic violence without handling it spiritual. Do not run away when you begin to see the man with many side chicks. The first thing to do before you run away is to enter your spirit world. When you enter your spirit world, you will begin to see a lot of things that is going on there. You will begin to see when the enemy have bring those side chicks and the way they have packaged them in order to bring your marriage down. You begin to handle it one after the other. How are you going to enter your spiritual world and begin to handle them one after the other for the betterment of your home? Subscribe to this channel. We are going to treat it. How one can enter her spirit world and begin to melt down the value, melt down the mountain, melt down the problem the enemy have found or jam-packed in her life. We are going to treat it in this channel. Subscribe. You will see many similar videos like this concerning what is going on in homes, how the enemy have entered, and how you can begin to melt down the power of the enemies in order to have your home. What are we saying today? One of the powerful points the enemies are using to bring problem in marriages, to bring side chicks, to bring those concubines, to make women prostitute up and down even while they are married, to make young girls messed up even when they are young. They're supposed to package themselves spiritually, physically in order to have a better home in future, but they are messing up. All these things are not ordinary. Something is going on in the spirit world. This is one of the reasons why there are many problems naturally in this physical world. The spiritual world is the cause of it. So this topic today is telling us why there is one point or one powerful reason why there is many problems in many relationships. And those one powerful reason is this: spirituality that is involved in your life. The spiritual world that is involved in everything you are doing. Enter your spiritual world and you will find out the reason of those problems and how you can handle it. Do not think that you are beautiful or their character are good. When the spiritual world is fighting your home, your good character and beauty will be covered even in the spirit world. And that will warrant that in the physical world, the good people will not see your goodness. People of good quality will not see how good or how beautiful you look. They only see somebody to reject or somebody to mess up with, because the spirit world have covered your glory, because the spirit world have messed with your career. So your spirit world is very important. So one of all these problems many people are passing through in their homes, the problem of side chick, the problem of men having many concubines, men flirting up and down even in their marriages, women flirting up and down even in their marriages, even when they are single. A woman is not supposed to prostitute up and down. In a natural and a good world, a man or woman does not supposed to prostitute up and down. All these prostitutes or all these problems or all this flirting around is the cause of the spirit world. Something have aspired it to the physical world, and you will see the person messing up. You have to control your spirit world. You have to get in charge of your spirit world so that all these things going on will not enter you to pollute your own home. Will not enter your mind to pollute your home. The problem of side chick is a problem that caused by the spiritual spouse and spiritual husband and spiritual wife. Side chick problem is spiritual. Concubine problem is spiritual. Any problem you are passing through in your home as a man, as a woman, before you begin to run away from that problem, thinking when I stop this marriage, then the problem is over. No, that problem is still there until you handle it spiritually. Ask people who have followed their spiritual world to handle their problem. You will see that there are many good results that come out of it. Even that your child or that children that are messing up, and you begin to think, is this my child? I want to tell you that there is something wrong in the spirit world. The enemies have destroyed her spirit world and is manifesting physically. What are we trying to say today? I want to conclude this point. The problem of side chick is spiritual. The problem of your man having concubines or you making a lot of mistakes is spiritual. Handle your spirit world and you will see that all this problem will be over. So if you want to be in a safer side, tackle your own spiritual problem, the spiritual spouse and the spiritual husband, and you will see that many problems will be over. Another things that might come up in your spirit world that is causing most of my problem in marriages is this problem we call of recarnation or onyowa. You have to know your recarnation. Your recarnation will make you to know whom you are in your past world and whom you are in this present world. Some people are just doing business, but they don't know whom they are. You are somebody, and you are here for a purpose. Enter your spirit world, you will know whom you are and why you come to this planet, and the purpose you have to fulfill before you go and meet the ancestors. So your spirit world is involved in everything you are doing, even in your career. Your spirit world is involved. When you have solved the problem of your spirit world, then the physical part of it will set itself in order, because it is that spiritual that controls the physical part of it. I want to stop this point here. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful points are still coming. May God bless us today, and may the universe be with us. Amen.